You're tuned in to the Low and Boosted podcast. Hit follow on every platform, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, Low and Boosted. Like, comment, subscribe, and
all right. Welcome to the Low and Boosted podcast. We're here with David from Robbins Performance. David, how we doing tonight?
I'm good. And yourself?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. Just here relaxing, trying to stay warm. It's pretty damn cold out there today.
Oh, yeah. It's like 2 degrees here.
Yeah. I mean, you're not far from me, so yeah, definitely it's pretty cold. So you own a shop. You are into cars. You have a WRX. Let's get into, what you do with your shop, what you offer. Just tell people a little bit about it.
So mainly Subaru related. I mean, I can work on any car. I mean, I do wheels, tires, mounting, balancing, walnut blasting, services. I mean, injector cleaning, flow testing, basically anything that needs to be done on a car. Bolt-ons, can get parts. And then I've been doing that since 5 years ago. I opened my garage at my house and then started the business in 2019 and then had that as an online business only.
Okay. So you're basically a one-stop shop. Do you work on any vehicles? Are you specific to one?
So I'll work on pretty much anything. I mean, I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty. It's mainly Subaru because that's what I primarily know more of inside and out. But I have worked on Evos. I've worked on Toyotas. I've worked on almost every manufacturer. I mean, I come from a background of dirt track racing since the age of 5. So I've been around racing and cars my entire life.
Okay. Now you said you know Subarus. You own a Subaru. It's pretty nice looking Subaru, I must say. Might be a little biased. I might be a little biased on that, but let's get into that because you got a pretty good amount of mods on your car. You've done a lot of work to it. What do you got done to that thing?
So it's AMS front mount intercooler, ETS intake, GFB bypass valve, faction fab coilovers, the FL series, Cusco transmission and rear diff brace, 9 Lives Racing 71-inch wing, NKRPF1 racing wheels, IAG pitch stop, IAG AOS, E60 tuned. It's MAP performance J pipe, MBRP single exit catback. It's everything minus header and turbo, and that's going to be coming in due time. Next step is to get the STI trans and rear diff before that grenades itself.
Yeah, I know. I feel you on that. That's something I want to do next myself. Now, with your car, I always have to ask this: what is your least favorite mod that you've done on it?
The coils.
Okay. Why do you say coils? Is it because of the brand, or is it because of you just think you could have went a better route?
So I didn't upgrade the end links for it, so they make a ton of noise when it gets cold. So it comes with aftermarket end links, but they're not really anything good. So before I put it on the track, I want to go and test it first to see how it responds, and then go from there. Because you go through and you put all these parts on, you don't test it, the car might go straight. It might not turn. And
yeah,
that's an expensive investment not to know that it's going to turn. So I prefer to go through and test it as is on the track, and then go and upgrade the sway bars and end links from there. So that way I can adjust from there to be more comfortable.
Okay. So what type of power are you pushing right now? Do you know?
So I'm still in the tuning process, but last tune was 373, 90 wheel torque. So I added the J pipe and more fueling. So it should be over 400 horsepower. I'm going to try to keep the torque below 400, but it should be spicy once it's done.
Okay. Your third gear is going to be crying.
Yeah.
But yeah. That 400, man, you got to keep it under that 400 because anything over that, yeah, she's going to be squealing and waiting for a new tranny.
Oh yeah. I mean, I had 400 horsepower out of my 16 WRX with 360 wheel torque, and a lot of people are going to call me a liar. That thing had 109,000 miles, and it was on an OEM stock clutch from factory.
No shit. Okay. All right. When do you plan on doing the tranny? Do you know? Something that's coming in your future?
Probably next winter. I'm gonna push the limits this year. If something happens, then it happens, and I'll just go and deal with it and drive my truck. But in the meantime, I'll deal with it for this year, and then it shouldn't blow. I have faith in it. I take care of it. I do all the maintenance at half of what Subaru says. It's probably overkill, but I have not had any issues with any of my own Subarus. I mean, there's people out there that go through and they buy their Subaru used and it's modded already with similar mods, and they don't know what it is, what has been done to it, and like maintenance wise, and they grenade it because of piss poor maintenance on it.
Yeah. I definitely could see how that happens with Subarus. I've blew my motor recently. It could have been, I don't think it was maintenance. It was only 11,000 miles. I think it was more of tuning issues and things like that. But yeah, they are finicky with their maintenance and how you treat them. You literally got to coddle them like a baby with their maintenance. But if you do it, you can go out there and drive the shit out of them.
Oh yeah, I mean, I beat the shit out of mine when I drive it, but like I have with oil changes, it's a 3, 4, 5,000 interval. If you are modded and beat the shit out of it, 3,000 miles max out of your oil change. If you're modded and you baby it, 4,000 miles max. If it's stock, 5,000 miles max, regardless. It don't go to the 6,000. Subaru, especially on like the turbo Subarus, it's not worth it. And especially I know on ours with the FA24, they go through and they want you to use the 0 W20 oil, and they do that to get it past emissions here, and it's way too thin of an oil.
I've definitely heard that. So I was recommended 530. Is that what you normally would go with yours?
Yeah, I run AMSOIL 5W30 Signature Series, and that's the least amount that I will put in it. I mean, once I go and push more power and get the STI trans, I'm going to try to push the 600, put some head studs in it, and people have done it. I know that you can get 640 with port injection on them, which I don't really want to do port injection because the direct injection, you build power a lot quicker and a little bit more reliable out of it than the port injection. The port injection, you revert back to what an EJ engine is, and the EJs are notorious for blowing up at higher horsepowers, and it's not worth it at that point in time.
So you're talking about the injection, right? So somebody brought this up to me today. The BRZ is port and direct, right?
Yes.
Has anybody thought about taking one of their manifolds with everything and putting it on our cars and doing it that way and have both?
Yeah, so there is a guy in the VA or VB chassis that has his is actually the one that's 630, but he's port injection and direct injection with the GR8. I think either the GR86. I know it's the red manifold. I can't remember which one comes with it, but it's either the 86s or the BRZ manifold on it, and it's rowdy.
Yeah.
He posts videos on it, and he beats the ever living shit out of it. It's stock block, ARP head studs, and it pulls. He's building an IAG engine. So when it does blow, it's a little bit cheaper than having to put everything on like either a credit card or on loans right out of the gate. He can at least build it slowly, and he knows it's going to be a better engine.
No, for sure. Now you got a nice car. Looks like you are building to go for the track with the wing, everything on it. Is that your main thing, or do you do shows, anything like that?
So last year I wanted to put the car on the track and it was not ready. And this year it's primarily going to be for track and for driving around just for fun, because I love driving the car. I mean, I haven't driven it much in the last probably 4 months because it's been parked. Drove it the other night because I wanted to start my tuning process, and I love that every second of driving it. It's boring driving an automatic truck that has no sound to it. The power is definitely there. It's fun, and I definitely hit up shows. I mean, I put a livery on it for business purposes, and I mean, it's definitely something worth taking to shows because it's free advertisement, and it's a talking piece at that point in time.
No, definitely. It definitely catches your eye. It definitely pops and does what it's supposed to. Like you said, it draws people's attention right to it. And that's perfect advertising, right? You're supposed to draw people's attention. Now, you've been in the car scene probably a while. You've been doing this a while. What's your take on the car scene and its current state?
It's not a family-oriented thing like it should be. It's a whole bunch of animosity and people that are trying to be bigger than what they actually are. And if people were to all be together as one, it would be so much easier. But the problem is you have people out there that think their shit doesn't stink and they are above everybody else. And that's a huge problem. I mean, if you go through and you respect, I mean, people say respect every build, but you go through and you respect every build, and it just looks like you're trying to be two-faced. It's much better to be honest with everybody. I mean, now that doesn't mean say, hey, your car sucks ass. It's saying, hey, come together and be respectful, but you don't need to sit there and like every vehicle that's out there, because it's, truth be told, I mean, there's going to be a car out there that you're not going to like, or a truck or an SUV. It's going to be a whole bunch of stuff out there you're not going to like.
Right. I agree. So like, not everybody likes every flavor of ice cream, right? Some people don't like strawberries. Some people don't like vanilla, right? Just because you don't like it doesn't mean you don't respect the person eating it.
Oh, absolutely.
Fair statement, right?
100%.
You don't have to like something to have respect for somebody. Now, knowing that, what is your favorite part of the car scene? What is the thing that you like the most? That, because obviously you like it because you're into the cars, right? So there's something you like about it.
So, I mean, what I like about the car scene is it brings a lot of like-minded people together, and it's usually a safe place for everybody to unwind, get to know one another. Because, I mean, it's a small world and we all should get along. You know, there shouldn't be any animosity in the car scene. We're all there for one purpose.
No, you're right. And that's what I love about it, is bringing people together, talking to people, seeing the different cars, seeing how they did something, you know, because I just like to see the difference in things and how it's done. One of the biggest things I see that's wrong in the car scene is there's a lot of behind the scenes talking about different people, different things, and then people showing face a different way, and then creating more of toxicity and bullshit in the scene that wasn't there, right? If people just stayed out of the back of the scenes with all the bullshit, feeding everybody different things, we wouldn't get to a point that we're at today, right? And the car scene would probably be a lot more united.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ignorance in the car scene right now, and it's not a unified group like it should be. I mean, there's not only is it ignorance, I mean, there's also people out there that are very uneducated and not educating the proper people. I mean, a lot of people go, like years ago, it was all people would go to NACIOC or whatever you say it, and they would go and look for the proper things. Now you got Facebook, and everybody is trying to learn that way, and some people are getting misinformation. And when that happens, you're either going to be in a poor position for your vehicle and with other people, or you're just going to look like an idiot.
Yeah. There's a lot of misinformed information being spread out there, which is hurting the whole community in a whole, because it creates the divide. Because when somebody tries telling somebody, hey, here's the right way, and give facts and proof, they don't believe it because they've been led down this other road so far and so long. They can't see the right way.
Yeah, I mean, I've dealt with many people at my shop where I've had to actually implement pricing differences. So I have a flat rate at $80 an hour. If you bring me a part that is an eBay brand that's not going to line up properly, it's getting bumped up to $100 an hour because you didn't come to me first. You didn't say, hey, what parts would you recommend? And then you're just dropping off a pile of parts and saying, here, put them on. And then I have to go and fight for my life to try to put these parts on that don't fit. So
Yeah.
It's just people don't listen to the proper people in the car scene. And I mean, some people are more open and welcoming than others. Not a whole lot of people are welcoming though in the society today.
Yeah, and here's the problem, like you got into with the part. Somebody brings you a part, right? And it's an eBay part that, right? Because not all parts that come off eBay are bad, right? You can get interior pieces, you can get side skirts, right? All that stuff's cool. Bring that, whatever. But when it comes to, like you said, a turbo off eBay, or another bolt-on off eBay, right? That we know is kind of shaky, and it's how it's made, right? They want you to put it on, and then if something goes wrong, they want you to stand behind it because you put it on.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of times the fitment is absolute garbage, and you can't, because you're gonna hear people. You're gonna put it on. People are gonna be like, "Hey, my car's making noises." Well, it's probably because the fitment on your downpipe is hitting off of another part that it shouldn't be hitting off of. And if you would have got this part, X, Y, and Z wouldn't be happening.
Yeah, and like, I understand some people don't have the money, right, to go out and get the right part, but don't waste your money on the cheap part now just to get it for the coolness, right? Because all you're doing is hurting yourself.
And a lot of times, I mean, the people that are going and buying the cheap parts off eBay could go and look for a part that's used. I mean, not every part that is used should be reused. Like, obviously, I wouldn't recommend buying a used turbo unless you're planning on rebuilding it, because you slap that turbo on, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. The seals could be blown. It could already have metal fragments thrown out to it. I mean, most people, when they buy this stuff, they're not really looking at what they're buying. They're just buying it because it's a Borg Warner turbo, or it's a high-end turbo that they think, oh, it's going to last a while, and it's really not.
Yeah, no, for sure. But again, each to their own. If that's what they want to do, they're going to do it, right?
Oh, yeah.
You can't hate them for it. You can't put them down for it, right? You can only try to educate on why they shouldn't have, right? And that's it.
To hate a person by them trying to fit into a scene that you're in because they're going and putting cheap parts on it. I mean, it's stupid to hate somebody for that. I mean, if you go through and you put a cheap part on, okay, you put a cheap part on, just don't expect it to last. It's cheap for a reason.
Yeah. You basically get what you pay for, right?
Oh, 100%.
Going into the parts thing, a lot of people don't know is a lot of these other parts are all imported from the same place, right?
Oh,
So there
100%.
there isn't much of a difference when it comes to certain parts, but there is when it comes to performance parts.
Yeah. Now, if you're going through and you're doing body pieces and engine dress up, buy from Alibaba. It's all the same stuff. All they're doing is buying overseas, and they're gonna sell it. They're gonna mark it up because they imported it and they have their right to do so. But you're buying the same quality part, same exact part. And now when you go and you buy like a performance part, it's hard to say what is a real brand anymore and what is not. When you're going through, I know for a fact IAG is 100%. I walked through their building. I know they build everything in house. It's 100% US made. Now, I say 100% US made. Everything is made in house there. Now, I'm not saying that the steel that they got or the aluminum that they got for the block to cut the pieces are made in America, because they're not. They did their tariff tax raise. I mean, they're buying stuff overseas to bring it here because it's cheaper for them, and that's why they're making so much money. But everything is machined in house, and that's made in America. So regardless of what people want to say about that, it's the closest thing that you're going to get to 100% being an American made product.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know, right? Just so I can get things to build something here, right? So if I'm doing a turbo, I can get different pieces from everywhere. As long as it's assembled here, it can be claimed as being made here.
Yeah, and I mean, I know Fortunato coilovers, a lot of their stuff, they raise their prices for the tariffs because they outsource a lot of stuff from China, Taiwan, all of these places overseas, and bring them here. And it's assembled in house, and then they put it out at such an expensive rate because they say it's made in America, and that's just how the suppliers are anymore. They build the same stuff that somebody else is building, but because it's assembled in America, it's expensive. Now you look at BC coilovers; they're Taiwan parts. They're not made in America. They can sit here and tell you they are, but I've looked into it, and I was going to do a private label manufacturing from the same coilover company that they do, and it's made in Taiwan.
So NAM Industries actually imports all their stuff.
Yep.
For Fortune, for BC, and several other brands. NAM Industries is the importer. So, and I know for a fact that they all come in from the same manufacturer in Taiwan, you know? So you're buying a name. Once it gets here in the assembly, you're buying a name now that they put on it. You're buying whatever brand name that they're going with, right? So you're not buying a different quality product. You're just buying a name.
Yeah, and that's where they get you in pricing. I mean, you can go through and you could buy a BC coilover. You could buy a Megan Racing coilover. You could buy Silvers, Fortunato. All the stuff is machined in the same spot. It's just assembled in different areas in the country. Yeah,
no, for sure. For sure. Coming up now, we're getting into this nice weather. We're getting into this show season. I know you like to sponsor some shows. Do you have anything on the list now that you can put out and say what you're going to do?
So right now, every year I go through and I sponsor the NEPA street scene at the end of the year for the Subarus for first, second, and third place. I do that the past 2 years that they've ran this show. I'm looking right now into sponsoring the Rev 'em Up for Eli show. That's for a good cause. I mean, a kid lost his life. Unfortunate, but it's for a good cause. There's some other shows out there that I'm looking into. There's a couple events that I'm looking into. It's just a matter of what everything comes down to with pricing, because sponsoring shows, you don't always get something out of it, and it's not always for that, but depending on what you put out in it. I'm not going to spend $1,000 to go and put out into a show and not get something back, because that's quite a big chunk of change in today's society. Because I mean, that's a set of tires, that's some aftermarket parts, it's tuning. That there's a lot of parts I could be buying for $1,000.
Yeah.
Sponsoring
Really.
a show just for a one-time event and getting a little bit of recognition.
No, for sure. And Rev for Eli, yeah, it's going to be a great show. It's for a good cause. If anybody's looking to sponsor or do a booth, Rev for Eli at Gmail, you can go ahead and reach out to them there. They also have a Facebook page and an event. So if you want to go on any there, search it, hit them up. All the help is going to a good cause. It's all going to the hospital down in Lehigh Valley. And then Nepa Street Scene. I mean, those guys are just great over there. Joe and Jeff, they put on a hell of a show. Yeah. You don't get better than them guys. They've been around a while. They have great information and great advice to anybody that's in the area with doing things. I know they've been helping out with some, logistics things with Reverend Eli, giving some advice. Love them guys. Always willing to help.
Well, yeah, they've been around since the 2000s. I mean, they're OGs in this area, and they're definitely somebody to be on the good side in the car scene. I mean, they are willing to help any person that's out there that's willing, or well, shouldn't say willing, but they're willing to help everybody out there that is a good person. I mean, if you're doing car shows for the wrong reason and you're expecting people to buy your merch and you're doing all these other things to benefit yourself instead of the car community, I mean, they're not gonna help you there.
No, and they're not afraid to show their dislike for certain things, right? They're
100%.
Which is what we're supposed to do, right? If we want to change the car community, we gotta voice our concerns and opinions and take action to change, because there's a lot of talk and a lot of complaining about changing the car scene and doing this to change it, but then nobody, not nobody, because there's some that do it. Some actually do something about it, but there's a lot of people that don't, and that's a big part of why we don't change nothing, So we got to get behind the guys that actually want to do something and actually go out and do it,
Yeah, I mean, supporting the right people at the right time. I mean, it's beneficial for everybody to do in the car scene, because we're all in it for the same reason. We all love cars, and whether we're socially awkward, whether you're an outgoing person, I mean, it's definitely worth going. Like, I know coming up soon, it's going to be the Cars and Coffee at Bethlehem. It's one of the biggest shows out there. I mean, it's a great show to go to. All these other smaller shows that are starting to pop up here, I mean, they're worth supporting if it's done by the right people.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I like supporting a lot of the smaller ones that are doing it for a cause, right? That's something I believe in a lot, is supporting the ones doing it for something behind it. So giving back to the community, charities, hospitals, schools, or mental health. I love to go and do the ones that give back to mental health, because a lot of us struggle with mental health. A lot of us go through a lot of things.
I've been there, done that. I mean, it's a struggle every day. I mean, everybody battles their own demons, whether they're worse than anybody else's or what. But I mean, everybody's still battling something, whether it be financial stability, whether it be abuse, whether it be just wanting to kill yourself. I mean, there's people out there that are battling something, and being nice to one another is what this world needs. I mean, going through and being a hateful person, it's not worth it. No.
And the car community has saved a lot of people that have been going through mental health, right? It's their getaway, it's their outlet, it's their happy place, right? And then sometimes when it's their happy place, you got the people that just make it worse for them with bullying, treating them like shit because they don't like their car, which we're not doing enough about, right? We're not doing enough to push them bullies out, or not even push them out, right? Because some people can change. Not everybody has to be pushed out, but if there's enough pressure put on them to change and be better, it can happen, right?
I mean, everybody can change. It's just a matter if they're willing and wanting to. If they're willing to, I mean, you can give them a chance, but I mean, they have to want it. If they're not willing to want the change, it's not worth supporting them.
Agreed. But you are gonna get your car ready again and get it to go on the track. Do you have are you gonna do it for competition? You're doing it for fun?
A little bit of both. I mean, I'm gonna go and plan for this year is to hit up the Tail of the Dragon, hit up Watkins Glen, do Pocono. Looking to do the SCCA events for autocross, just stuff to get the car out there, get some seat time. Because I mean, that's the biggest thing in racing. If you don't have seat time, you're out to lunch, because you can have a fast car, but it doesn't mean you're going to be fast on the track.
Gotcha. Now, I led into this because I'm talking about the car scene in the community, right? But the car community in the whole, you also have the racing part in it. What's the similarities and the differences between the two scenes? Is it good and bad?
To be honest with you, the racing scene is a hell of a lot better than the car show scene. It's when you go to a race, if you're going to anything that's racing related, they're all to help one another. That makes them, like, they'll go and give you their setups, and they'll give you their setups because they want you to be better, because if you're better, it makes them better. Now with the car community, everybody seems to be against one another right now. And if they were to be more like the racing community, it would be so much more beneficial to everybody in the car community.
So it's something we can learn from them, right? It's learn that the unity and the togetherness, right? And the car scene used to be like that. The car scene used to be where everybody helped each other. If there was somebody that was down and needed a part, somebody had it, they found it, and they helped out. What do you think got the car scene to move away from that type of community aspect?
What moved away from it was, I'm going to say, the animosity and the people that came into it. I mean, you have people that are coming into it. I mean, years ago, it was mainly old Honda kids that were putting together parts from eBay, and they were pushing a ton of horsepower out of a little eBay turbo. Now you got the people out there that are thinking their shit doesn't stink, and they're going through and they want to be above everybody else, and it's hurting the car community, because if you go through and you look at it now, years ago people would just give you parts. Now it's like, hey, I need this intake. Oh, well, I got this, but I want $200 for it. It's like, I could go to, say, PMP Auto, and I could buy that a hell of a lot cheaper and have it shipped in. Yeah. You're 5 minutes away. Why are you trying to jip me on this? And that's, people just want more and more out of the car scene, and it's not beneficial.
It's really not. I mean, it comes down to, like you said, thinking they're better, and greed, right? Because everybody thinks what they have is worth more.
Yeah, I mean, it's the thing is, like, the greed has gotten so bad in the car scene. Like, I sell parts. If I can discount brand new parts, I'm going to discount them. I mean, there's companies out there with strict MAP policies that I can't discount them. But if I could discount a part, I'm going to discount a part, because, I mean, I stumbled upon getting into a business, and I know how it was struggling to buy car parts. So I'm not out to kill everybody on pricing with anything. I mean, I work with people. I mean, now within reason, I've gone and done payment plans for people to try to get their cars running and help them. I mean, I'm not out to kill people in pricing like some of these other shops are. And that's another thing with the car community. People are going and spending $200 an hour at a shop and saying, oh, my car was built by this shop. And it's like, okay, your car was built by that shop, but how much more did you spend instead of learning to do it on your own or taking it to a shop that was cheaper? That's going to be equal work.
Yeah. No, and I want to ask you questions. You said you stumbled in on the business. How did you stumble in on the business? How did that come about?
So in 2018, I bought my 16 WRX. I was looking at new Subarus, and this one had a certified pre-owned. I mean, my wife wanted me to get something that had a better warranty. I mean, as a car, and being in the car community, you know damn well these Subaru people are not going to keep their car stock. So that went out the window. But I was looking for sponsorship, and my main place that I use for a supplier, I clicked on the wrong link and it went through, and it was like, oh, you're trying to start a business, or not trying to start a business, but trying to get like discounted parts and all this through a business. And I'm like, I've been around cars my entire life. Why not just push myself for it? And got my wife on board. She supported it and started doing it from there.
Okay. I mean, obviously you must be doing something right. You're still doing it, right?
Yeah. I mean, I would like to do it more than what I'm doing it now, but right now it's pretty cold out. So even just being out there in the garage, I mean, I don't mind doing what I got to do to get parts installed for people, and I push through the cold. I mean, I wear shorts out in the cold all year round. So it really doesn't bother me too much, but I do what I can to help everybody out, whether it be wintertime or springtime, summertime, winter, it don't matter. I'm doing what I can to help the car community.
No, for sure. And giving, going to the smaller guys like you, right? It's helping out the smaller people that really enjoy doing it, right? Because you go to some of these bigger places where they got all these techs that are doing it they're doing it for just money. A lot of them don't care about the job, right? Going to somebody like yourself, we're all doing it for money, right? We're all working for money, but you're also doing it because you care and you enjoy it. So by doing that, you're putting a lot more into that job than somebody at one of these ones where they're just hiring 20 guys that really don't care, and they're not doing the due diligence and making sure everything is the way it should. Do you agree?
Oh yeah, I do it for the love of the car scene. I mean, it's beneficial for not only myself, but it's beneficial for everybody else. I mean, to be able to work on different cars that I'm not familiar with, I mean, it's a learning curve. I mean, I get to learn more about a different platform, and it's beneficial for anybody that's in the car scene that works on cars to be into other cars and work on everything that they can. I mean, I love going down and working on a random car and just being able to listen to music, vibe, and do what I got to do. And it's what I've been doing in my shop for 5 years now, but as a business since 2019. So coming up on 7 years. Yeah.
It's a good amount of time, to be doing it that long. And you have a real good name in the community for what you do. I have never heard nothing bad about what you do in your shop, the job that you put out there. When you don't hear nothing like that about somebody's business, it's for a reason, because they obviously put the time and work and dedication and love into it to make sure that never happens.
Yeah, I do what I can, and I'm prideful in my work. I mean, if there's ever an issue, I have no problem with having them say, hey, this coolant hose popped off. Okay, bring it back, or I'll either drive to you. I mean, I know there's been a time where a line popped off of one of my customers' cars. I drove a half hour and helped them out, and they're like, oh, here's some money. I'm like, no, I'm not taking the money. I'm here to help you, and I'm doing what I can to help you because that's what I want to do. Yeah.
So the guy that I take my car to that just did the motor, Flat 4 Motors down in Hazleton. Great guy. right? So I got my car back last week. I didn't really drive it because I only drive into work. I park it and then I drove home. Last night I was going out to go meet some friends and my coolant light pops on. Oh shit. Well, he's Monday through Friday. Well, I called him up last night at 7:30 at night. He was like, bring it to the shop tomorrow. Because he knows I go into work tomorrow. He's like, bring it to the shop. He's like, meet me there at 11. Drove in. I was also having issues with there's a valve on the intake manifold. TCV. What is that valve that's on the intake manifold of these cars that open that flap when you're starting the car in the morning, warming it up?
The TGV valves.
TGV valves. Well, it was sticking in the morning. I'd have to shut the car off, do my reset, and get it to go away. Well, he was like, bring your old manifold too. So this morning, go down there. He did it all. Again, he don't work Saturdays. He met me there. And not a penny. Nope. Bud, you left here. This is my work. He's like, I'm making sure that I stand behind what I do.
Oh, yeah.
And nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of guys that people need to be going to and giving the support to. Because there's a lot of shops and a lot of companies that don't stand behind what they do. Right? So we need to give praise to the guys that do and the companies that do. It means a lot.
Most of these companies will just go and they'll say, hey, you spent $5,000 with me to put a motor in and you're having issues. Okay, here's another $2,000 to diagnose it and do all this other stuff. I mean, that's just the high end shops. That's why they're high end. I mean, they're gonna go and charge you every penny they can in order to benefit their pocket. They don't care about the customer at that point in time. Yeah.
So you're right. Now I want to get into, you have sponsors obviously for your car. Mm-hmm. Who are they? Because I mean, they're your sponsors. You have to plug them, right?
Yeah. So right now it's mainly my shop, and then I'm also sponsored by Overtake. They are definitely an up and coming Subaru enthusiast group. The owner of that is Justin Grimm. He did develop and start Grimm Speed. So he is very tech savvy and very Subaru savvy. So he's been around for quite some time. I know Art is also a very intelligent guy. I mean, he's been around cars forever. He's got a built Forester XT. I mean, there's a ton of people in the Overtake industry that is worth supporting. They will go through. You go and ask them to sponsor your car. As long as you got a following on Instagram, they're more than willing to help you out and give you some kind of discount to support their product.
Yeah. There's a comment. I'm not going to bring it up. Somebody was saying that, the car community is filled with a lot of hypocrisy, that, we talk smack on kids for putting eBay parts on. So we're not talking smack about kids putting eBay parts on. We're just saying that we want to educate them so they don't waste their money on something, right?
Yeah. I mean, putting eBay parts on the cars, I mean, there are going to be fitment issues, regardless if it's an engine component or if it's anything to do with the engine, the exhaust, even like the hangers are in the wrong spot. Sometimes the bends are in the wrong spot. It's cheaply made. Now, I'm not going to, if they come to me and say, hey, what do you recommend? I'm not going to recommend an eBay product just because the chances are it's not going to fit properly. And that's going to take a lot more time to install. You're going to hate it because now you got to pay more to have that part installed, where say MAP product or an ETS product, AMS product is going to be 100% or as close to 100% fitment as it needs to be.
Yeah. So we're not knocking, right? So if that's what you can afford and put on, go for it. Put it on. That's what you want. But us guys that's been around or know things, we want to inform them that, hey, you could, if that's what you could afford, do it, but know that you can do better. And here's why you should do this type of part or this brand. And give them the information on why it's a little bit better than that eBay one, right? It's not that we're hating on them. It's not that we're doing that. We just want to give them the information and the knowledge. So when they go to upgrade or go to do something different, they have that information.
Yeah, I mean, I've ran on expensive parts. I've ran on cheap parts, and the expensive parts do perform and ride a hell of a lot better. I mean, my Miata, when I had that, I love the car. It was a 110% shit box, and it was on max speeding rods. That thing rode like absolute dog shit, but it was probably the most fun car I've ever owned. So, I mean, you could put cheap parts on a car and still enjoy the car, but
Yeah.
you're also going to come to realize that a more expensive part is going to benefit the car more and yourself better.
Yeah. So when it comes to like the eBay or Amazon parts, stuff like that, like interior parts, like the bezels, stuff like that, a lot of them bezels and all that, I don't care if you're buying them off one of these bigger manufacturers, you're getting them off eBay or Amazon. They're all normally the same type of fitment when it comes to that, right? There is a difference between eBay parts that are shit fitment and eBay parts that are the same as everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, engine and performance usually has poor fitment. I have seen good fitment with interior parts or even like body parts. I mean, I know that if you go and you buy like a Duplex or Duraplex or whatever they're called for the body panels, I mean, they do have crap fitment. I put them on my Miata because it was just a shit box and I did not care at all about the car. And it was the worst fitment I've ever had in my life on trying to install something. And I should have bought OEM, but it was just, I mean, I enjoyed the car. I loved the look on it. I didn't care at that point in time.
Yep. So again, that he agreed. That's what the purpose is, right? The purpose is to teach people and give them the information on the difference of the two. Now, John, do it right the first time instead of paying for it twice, right? I get that and I don't get that, right? Because sometimes like somebody that's younger, right? They just want that thing now because they want to experience something different. So they get it, and eventually down the road when they're making more money or have the money and they want to upgrade, they can. So sometimes we're in a world where we want something now, right? That's a lot of the mentality is we want it now. So we buy it what we can afford now. And some of us, I know I've been through it, I tend to get something now. I did it with my coilovers. I bought coilovers, put them on my car because I wanted my car a little bit lower, knowing I want an air ride, but I didn't have the $4,000 for the air ride. So I went and bought the coilovers, put them on, and then when I had the money for the air ride, I bought it, and then I sold the coilovers and got a good amount of my money back, right? Because you can always take parts off and sell them and get something back. So we're not at a total loss, right?
Yeah, I mean, the motto I go by is buy once, cry once. And I mean, the only downfall to that is, especially with like our cars with the VB chassis, I mean, there's people that are still developing stuff. So, I mean, I know Overtake is developing intakes and they're developing headers for our cars. They got the inlet pipe that Perrin designed first. Perrin's fitment is absolute dog shit. I know from experience. The Overtake is 10 times better. And I wish I would have bought. I mean, I had put the Perrin on mine and tuned my car, and literally 2 months later, the Overtake came out. I bought the Overtake and I didn't look back. I had it on my car for 2 months and then sold it.
I'm not gonna lie to you, right? I have the Perrin too. We've had this conversation. I want the Overtake as well, just because, right? The quality. One's made of metal, one's made of part metal, and then a silicone tube on it, right? There's a big difference in quality if you look at the two. Huge difference.
And the thing is, if you go and you open a bot, if you pull Perrin out which has been around for 30 years now, and you pull out an Overtake and look at the quality on it, one is a solid piece that has literally extra parts in it. When I bought my Perrin, it was missing the CCV attachment, and I had to jump through a ton of hoops in order to get that one piece that it was missing, because I couldn't put it on my car. My car was stuck on the lift. Well, I could have put the stock one back on, but it was stuck on my lift for like 4 days because they were unwilling to go and just ship out the correct part. When you go to Overtake and you buy it, it has extra gaskets, it has extra line. I mean, it's just a better quality, and I mean, it's right around the same price. I mean, it's like, with the buy-in was around the same price as what it costs to buy the Perrin one. I think the Perrin's like $200. I bought my buy-in at like $189 when they were running the special. Now it's like closer to $300, but you're going to get what you pay for. I mean, Perrin's it's going to perform. It's going to do what it needs to do. But the Overtake, it's got a better sound. It's better quality.
So there goes proof to you, right? They're both. Perrin's a bigger name brand, right? Way bigger name brand. Overtake is the small guy in the pool, but has the better product.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
So it just shows that just because they got a name behind them doesn't mean it's always better. And that comes down to research. You have to research, when it comes to parts, because there is other companies out there that are making great quality parts that are smaller in the pool, but they make a better part than the bigger guy.
It's all trial by error with any car. I mean, unless it's been around like an STI. I mean, you go and you look at an STI, 90% of those parts, even closer to 100% of those parts, have been around for so many years because it's outdated technology, and all the people out there have been building the stuff for years. I mean, you got with that, I mean, Overtake is now developing stuff for it because they just came out. Now there's not any other companies that are really developing anything for the STI because they don't make it anymore.
Sorry to laugh. I don't know if you see the comments on your side.
No, I don't see anything on mine.
We got. I'll put them up because I think it's comical. We got people trying to get me to bite. We all know what went on, right? We all know. So it's kind of funny. When are we going to get the juicy? We are at the juicy topics. We're talking car parts, right? We are talking the good stuff. And if you don't know how to create an LLC, you might want to Google it, bud. All right, I'm going to take that back down now since I addressed the troll in the room. But it's called Inform Yourself. You have a phone, get on Google. Have a good day. All right, we'll get back to the good stuff, the juicy stuff.
Oh, yeah, there's a ton of different sites out there that you can create an LLC on.
I mean, it's only $125.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I spent more on my LLC, and every year to renew it, I spent $400. I mean, I went through, I can't remember what the thing is. I get emails every month or every year. It just takes it out at the same time. But I mean, there's so many different companies out there that you can go through an LLC with, and you take an LLC and that's something you renew once a year. I mean, there's not much more to do with it other than taxes.
It's not hard, right? It's not rocket science. Let's see. So Gary said he had 3 Subarus and that was enough for him. Gary, why'd you get past 2, bud?
I've had 6. So I mean, I love my Subarus. I'll keep buying them.
Yep. So good point, right? You buy something, Raceland coilovers, cheaper brand, but they did the job, right? Great for daily commuting. But yeah, right there shows that they're a smaller brand, priced a lot less than the bigger ones, and they do the right job. They do the job good enough. If you're trying to race like trying to go out on track, yeah, you got to spend a little more money on the better ones to get the performance out of them.
Yeah, I mean, if you want the benefits of any kind of automotive part, I mean, you don't want to cheap out on it. I mean, I bought my coils because I wanted to be low, and they were at the time, I think $1,000. And I mean, they're not an awful coilover. I mean, I would recommend them. I have recommended them, but are there better ones out there? Hell yeah. I mean, you got Fortunato, you got Annex, you got Olin's, KW. There's a ton of better coilovers out there, which I will eventually look into. But I mean, like I said, with track, it's all about seat time, and it doesn't matter if you're on cheap coilovers or if you're on expensive coilovers. I mean, when you start, it's going to be the same outcome. You're going to hope the car turns when you go to that first turn.
Yeah. No, for sure. I bought Revels. That's the ones I bought because they were $1,000. You know, everybody's like, who's Revel? So I didn't know who really they were, but I researched them, and they're owned by Tanabe, who is a huge aftermarket company, and it used to be big back in the day. And let me tell you, for $1,000, I'd buy them again all day long.
Yeah, all day long. And I think they have two options. I think they have a cheaper one and a more expensive one. I think the 1,000 is actually the cheaper one. I think the next one is like $1,400 or $1,500. I mean, you can get a decent quality coilover for around $1,000 for almost any car. I mean, now you're going to Porsche and like high-end cars like Lambos and all that. $1,000 is not going to cut it with coilovers.
You can't even get brake pads for $1,000 for a Lambo.
No, those carbon ceramics ain't cheap. They're like $3,500 a rotor. And
yeah.
They're one rotor is worth more than half the cars in NEPA anymore that are these shit boxes that are just running around. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I drive down 307 and I'm like, should that car even be on the road?
Yeah. No, for sure. And John, normal Subaru owner that's got a few Subarus. He's got 4, but only 1 runs. I mean,
sounds about right.
Yeah, right. I mean, you know, definitely sounds about right. Subaru shit. But yeah, man. Anything else? You know, we're getting to the hour mark. That's normally where I cut off. I mean, we've been going. I mean, we could probably sit here and go back and forth all night. Is there anything you want to leave off before we jump off here?
The only thing I really want to touch base on is, I mean, with the car community, I mean, if we all would just come together as one instead of trying to be divided, the car community would be such a safer place for everybody else, and it would benefit everybody.
Yep. And, you know, I've learned that the car community could be so good when it's done the right way, but can be so wrong when it's done the other way, right? So
yeah, you get what you put into it as well. I mean, if you want to be involved in the car community and you want to be a genuine person, you're going to get that back out of it.
Yeah. And like anything else, a lot of people are drawn to controversy, right? A lot of people are drawn to the shit that's going nuts, right? And they all flock to it. That social media, takeovers, all that bullshit, right? Everybody flocks to it. I would like to thank everybody that came in here tonight and watched this, because you're not getting no controversy. We were here to have a good time. We did that. It was phenomenal. Phenomenal conversation. Man, I tell you, I love the trolls. I love this. I love the trolls. But yes, there's snakes everywhere. You got to watch out for them, especially the ones that rattle and you didn't hear it, because those ones are the worst. But thank you. Thank you for everybody coming in here and thinking you weren't going to get what you got today, because this is what we're about. What we did here is what we're about, and we're going to continue to push that. Dave, thank you. Everybody go check him out. You need anything done, whether you got a Chevy, a Ford, well, maybe not a Ford, because some people don't like Fords, but Subaru, anything. go see him, Robbins Performance. Where can they find you? Socials, email, all that stuff in case they need anything done.
So I'm on Facebook and Instagram. You could send me an email at robbinsperformance91@gmail.com. Mainly use Facebook and Instagram just because having a site to sell parts is a lot with having a day job as well. I mean, right now I am filling spots for a transmission and rear differential Subaru service on like a 5 or 6 speed because I want to go and give back to the community. It's $20 a spot for a raffle. I mean, once it gets filled, I'll take the funds. I'm not looking for funds until all the spots are filled. If the spots don't get filled, then I don't run it, and it just doesn't help the community. So the quicker that gets filled, the quicker I can help somebody in the community and get a $300 to $400 service for $20.
How many spots do you have left?
Right now I got 10 spots available left.
And how many total?
20 total. So it's 20 for 20. It's 20 spots for $20 a piece. That's 400. I'm not trying to get rich on it. I'm just trying to give back to the community.
That's good odds, though. That's good odds for $20.
Oh yeah. I mean,
right?
You can buy as many spots as you want. I'm not sitting here. There's people that bought 2 spots, and I'm not going to go and hold you to 1 spot. There's no reason for that.
No, it's not like someone where there's $20 and there's 100 slots, right? Your odds on that $20 are very slim, but for 20 spots, I mean, it don't get better than that. I mean, count me in on one.
All right, just after the show, I'll get you set up for it. It's 5% odds to win. I mean, it's a $20 service at that point in time. It benefits the community with Subarus. I mean, eventually I'll go and do more services. I just want to go and get this done and help Subarus. And then I know a buddy of mine wants to go and get his DSG done, so I might run one for that. Run some others. I just want to give back to the community, help them out, because right now a lot of people don't have $350 to throw away. So $20, I mean, they're just going to go through and say, hey, here's $20 and I hope I win.
Yeah. And keyword is help the community. Keyword. Everybody needs to start helping the community, especially the one that they are living in. I want to start doing some things. I'll announce that later. I think I told you about it.
Yeah, you were telling me internet about it.
Yep. So let's get off of here. Everyone have a good night. Like I said, if you were coming in here and expecting something different than I normally do, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to disappoint you. But for the ones that stuck in here for what I do and come in here to watch the great conversation we normally have about bringing people together, talking about cars, parts, and the whole community, thank you. You all have a good night. David, stick around. Going to do this, get off, and we'll come back and talk.
Sounds good.